What's going on, everybody? Ricky Robinson with 2XR Media, back again with another video. In this video, I want to direct this directly at Lumix. So Lumix, hey, I know you probably aren't watching my video. I'm a really small YouTube channel, but I have something I want to say to you guys. First off, let's talk about the cameras that you just released. Let's start off on the positive. So now the S1 the S1 II, and the S1R2 are your most recent cameras. And these cameras have a ton of great features built into them, but that's no surprise to a lot of people because you guys put a lot of great features in your cameras, which is why I switched to your camera brand. I do believe in the camera brand because I've been watching you guys for a while and everybody else's videos, and I've been seeing how much excellent footage and excellent videos and photos have been taken with your cameras. So it intrigued me. I came over from FUJIFILM and from Sony, and now I am full Lumix. So those cameras are great, ton of great features. I feel like you guys throw just about everything except the kitchen sink. Maybe you do throw the kitchen sink in there, but there's a lot of features that you guys throw into your cameras that I think make them excellent and make them worthy of widespread use. I think they could be used just about in every scenario and made to use in professional settings. And I think a lot of people use them, but there's a little issue on the internet that a lot of people are talking about. And like, guys, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Overheating. These cameras have a severe issue with overheating, and it may not be as severe for everybody, but there is a big issue because these cameras are being spoken about in a lot of different spaces on the internet and on social media. And the main thing that is being covered is the overheating. Now, do I think that overheating is a major issue in most cases? No, because I used it today outside during a baseball game for my son, and it was about 80 something degrees, but it did feel like about the 90s, 97 I think my phone said. It did feel like that because it was very hot, and I was just sitting there and I was sort of in the shade, but I wanted the camera to be in the sun, and it was the middle of the day, so 12 o'clock. So you know that sun is just beaming down on that baseball field. I felt sorry for my son. I felt sorry for those baseball players. But anyway, it was out there and it was recording, and I was mainly shooting photos. And during photos, no issues. During video, no issues. So I got lucky. I have had it overheat in a little bit hotter weather, but it was totally covered in the shade. There was not an inch or a piece of sun. There was not even a little bit of sun that was touching this camera. So, and it still overheated and still shut down in about 15-20 minutes, maybe not even 30 minutes. So there is a problem with this. Now you guys throw everything in there, so I would assume that engineering in the camera bodies and in the fan curves and the thermal thresholds have been worked out. But maybe, just maybe, that wasn't put into the most recent firmware versions. So I think that you guys know that there's a way that you can make it a little bit better and just sweeten the pot just a little bit for these folks, right? Just give them just a little bit more time with their cameras so they can show the world how excellent these cameras are, how excellent these sensors are, the colors, the everything, just all the features, right? So let me remind you guys. Maybe I'm telling you something that you probably already know, right? Because you're Lumix. But let's start off with the camera that I found that had overheating issues. Let's start off with the GH5 Mark II. It had overheating in 4K 60 in hot weather. You guys adjusted the power draw and optimized thermal shutdown logic. So maybe it didn't make it 100% unlimited recording, but I haven't really had or seen anybody really talking about overheating with those cameras. So the next camera is the GH6. Early firmware had aggressive overheating shutdown in ProRes and 5.7K modes. You released an update that optimized fan control curves and slightly raised shutdown thresholds. You gave people about 10 to 20 plus minutes more of recording in hot conditions. That's a really good thing. I think a lot of people will be happy if the video camera can record to up to an hour in hot conditions. Now, this one is near and dear to my heart because I have an S5 IIX. Haven't had any overheating issues, so I think you guys figured it out. The first firmware version caused premature heat warnings in some 6K and ProRes modes. Your update improved sensor readout efficiency and codec handling. Very noticeable improvements in moderate climates, better stability in 4K 60 and 6K modes, right? But still heavy stress. The long ProRes can run a little bit hotter, but eventually it would overheat. Now, I haven't heard anybody say that their S5 II and their S5 IIX has overheated. Now, maybe you need to be reminded a little bit. I highly doubt it, right? I highly doubt it. You guys are professionals, so I'm not questioning that. I'm not telling you how to do your job, but maybe we can get a firmware that can make the fan run earlier and faster. It can delay warnings, shutdowns a bit by raising tolerances, and improve efficiency in certain codec modes. So I think that we can make it just a little bit better. Just give a little bit more time. Now, there is a fix to it, and this I can tell you works. This is a little fan. It's not cheap. It's about $60 for this fan on Amazon. I'll put a link down below for somebody if they wanted to pick it up. But I think it's a little bit weird and redundant because the camera has a fan inside of the camera and it's blowing down onto the sensor and blowing down through the whole camera body. So I would think that would be a little bit more optimized than something like this, just sticking in and just blowing cooler air on the back of the actual camera. So, but this is out there, this is available, and this works. I saw somebody suggested it, so I thought I'd try it. This works to get a lot longer time. Not long, but it gives you a little bit more time. This works to give you just a little bit more time in recording with this camera. So this is a possibility, but $60 more when you're already paying so much for the camera that has a built-in fan. A little bit weird. But anyway, so this is my little video to Lumix. Hope you guys can fix this issue, because I do like your cameras very, very much. Again, that's why I switched. I switched because I thought there was something that was a little better than the cameras that I had before. With the fans built into the codecs, to the colors. Maybe not the colors. I do miss Fujifilm colors. I did enjoy the Fujifilm image quite a bit, but the Lumix cameras have the LUTs that are built in. I have a ton of LUTs built into this camera right now, and I still have space for more. And I appreciate that. That just makes me not miss film simulations as much. Anyway, this is my video, Lumix. Let's make it happen. I think you can. Hey, if you guys are watching this video and you guys like what you heard, or are interested in what you heard, or you think it's nonsense, comment down below, and we'll have a talk. We'll have a discussion. I don't mind. Again, this stuff is on the internet and it's free. You can see what cameras had overheating issues and what cameras got fixed with firmware just by Googling. If you do appreciate this kind of video, if you do appreciate my content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Appreciate you. My name is Ricky Robinson with 2 Times R Media.